Ooh, I figured this was the perfect time to let's talk a little bit about the game, guys, and see if I can keep this under 10 minutes. Talk about the game. The game. Oh my God, the game. I hope it says here in the thumbnail under my Muslim name in Gematria, says soon it's going to be the end of the game. Well, I actually hope so. I mean, how are you guys? How are you guys liking the game? I mean, you get up every day, you pretty much do the same shit, which is a form of insanity, but you got to keep playing the game, right? I told you guys a while back, I once told a cousin of mine that I wasn't trying to play the game of being a part of a religious group. I said I'd rather sit on the sidelines and watch the players play. Now, somebody could say, oh man, you just weak. No, just don't want to play the game. Just because you don't want to play the game, does that make somebody weak because they don't want to play the game? Or at least that game? Maybe they want to play another game. The game. I remember when I used to listen to a lot of Tupac back in the day. You know, we heard Tupac talk a lot about the game. And he seemed to hint it towards, he was sick of the game too, but yet he find himself still playing it. Why are you playing it? You know what I mean? Guess you got to have a reason to live, right? It's funny, guys. Life is very short. And we spend these little amount of years playing games. People lying, seeing if they can get away with it. People stealing, see if we can get away with it. All the game. Then they get caught. Oh, now someone's in trouble. Another game. Then they play the blame game. That's another game. Then when guys trying to talk to chicks, they say you running game. I guess they say that because you're trying to, as a man, I guess you're trying to get something from a woman to try to get another game started up, right? I guess as a child, let's go half on a baby and bring another soul into this game. Let's play that game. Let's play the game of boyfriend and girlfriend. Then when you're done with that game, let's play the game of husband and wife. It makes you think about death in a different way, though. Somebody's got to end this. The game has got to end at some time, right? Until then, people, they keep playing it. But what happens when you realize that you in the game? I don't think, for the most part, I don't think people really realize that they're in the game to begin with. But what happens when you wake up within the game? Then what? Or you wake up in the Matrix, right? Because the Matrix is the game. Law enforcement. What about law enforcement, right? So let's say I decided to be a police officer or something like that. Well, what kind of game is that? It seemed like you study societies that really don't have a lot of law enforcement, and those be the most peaceful societies. You look at societies that are allowed to carry guns. Those be the most peaceful societies. So what kind of game exactly is it if I decide to be a part of law enforcement? Well, that's another game. That's another game. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, basically, I see people getting up every day. People getting up every day, doing the same shit, saying the same shit, basically, and just rotating it. I hear people saying stuff that I heard a year ago. I said, man, they still playing the game, huh? But yeah, what happens when you wake up within the game? Then what? Well, I don't know. The only thing you can do is sit in the stands and I don't know, maybe get you some popcorn or something and just watch the game. That's it. You're no longer a player. You're just, you're just in the stands. You're just a spectator of the game. Then I guess sometimes as a spectator, you get kind of lonely. You like, coach put me in. I want to be a part of the starting lineup. Matter of fact, okay, do you really want to do that? All right, you know what I mean, that type shit. Maybe I just want to be the sixth man. Maybe I want to be the sixth man of the sixth man of the year. But yeah, just to wrap it up, guys, it says that soon the game will be over in the thumbnail. I mean, guys, like I said, ain't no Popeyes and Pizza Hut no more. So for me, I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? No more buttermilk biscuits from Popeye. So what else that'll live for? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no good food no more, man. It's like, and y'all already know I can't eat the shit out here with this food. And y'all see what's happening to people that's eating this fake food. They getting fat, they getting sick, and then they playing that game. Oh, let's get fat and sick, and now we sick, and then we're gonna run to the doctor. That's a game. Yeah, I definitely ain't playing that game. I tell you, I'm gonna try to live the best quality of life I possibly can. That's all I can do. And then it's kind of funny how we think so seriously about things that's temporary. You're thinking about, that buying a house, or you go to school because why are you going to school for? Well, one day I want to get married, buy a house, have 2.5 kids in a White House with a picket fence. But that's only temporary. Oh, I'm chasing this woman because she's beautiful. I like the way she adorns herself. Yeah, but that's temporary. Like Joseph Chaperone say beauty is temporary. How do you know that? He said, okay, so the woman you was chasing out there that's so beautiful, why don't you think about her the same way when he says 85-year-old in the old folks home and she's slightly demented? He said, this was Chaperone say, he said, where did the beauty go? He said, beauty is an illusion. So I guess if most people stop playing the game, that's another. Like I say, man, it's a fine line between being sane and insanity, man. And a lot of people, if they wake up within the game, I understand that they'll lose their minds. Not everybody is meant to wake up in the Matrix. They gotta stay. They gotta stay in the game. What about Cypher and this whole eating meat thing, which obviously people are getting sick out here. I mean, when you look at somebody like myself, it's obviously people are sick out here. Here I am in my mid-40s, looking the way I'm looking, sounding the way I'm sounding, my spirit, my essence, everything. And look at the average person out here in their mid-40s, eating meat every goddamn day, 2-3 times a day, meat. Body all contaminated, polluted. It's a game that they decide to play. I don't know why. You have to ask them why they do it. Damn, I lost my thought. I was gonna make a point. Give me a second, yo. No, just talking about, I don't even know, but about soon this game is gonna end. It is. I mean, hell, watching the NBA, that shit ain't even fun no more. Everybody knows the NBA from the '90s was the best thing. That was the best thing to watch. I can't just sit up here and watch, a bunch of 17, 8-year-olds coming out, 18-year-olds coming out of college that's already promised 30, 40, 50 million dollars, and they haven't even earned it. That's the same thing Jordan said in the interview. That's the conversation I had with Julius Erving in Vegas when I picked him up. I said, that's the complaint. Why are you paying people all this money who haven't earned it? Doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess that's another game. That's another experiment. Let's see what happens when we pay a bunch of immature young adults who have not earned a dime, other than playing, in front of their college team, high school team, and getting to screw all the cheerleaders. I mean, but let's go ahead and pay that person $50 million. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any reason why I really Like, what I'm trying to think of, am I trying to insert myself into any other game as a spectator? Do I want to ask coach to get me back in the game while I'm sitting in the stands eating some popcorn? It would have to be a good reason. Oh, I know what I was going to mention. I was going to talk about Cypher in the Matrix. This fool, all he wanted was some goddamn steak. And I ain't gonna lie, steak does taste good, but I wouldn't, if I leave the Matrix, I'm not coming back. No, it wasn't that. I think he asked for some. What did he ask for? He wanted to have some kind of status, and he wanted money, and this and that and that. But I would never, ask coach to let me back in the game just for that. Because, man, the human appetite for power is never satisfied, man. Is it not? I mean, it's never satisfied. It's never satisfied. Why y'all think people get upset with me? They don't understand how I can be who I am and be at top. How can you be shining when I got all this? I once told you guys a few months ago, how I can show up at somebody's house who has way more than me, and they know I have way, but for some reason I'm in a better mood than they is, and they're like, motherfucker, they get mad at me. This is the reason why I bought this house, to see people just like you, that I can open the door and see you in a bad mood. That makes me have a reason to keep living every day. The fact that I'm doing better than you, right? That's another game. Or what if you buy a house in a neighborhood and your neighbor across the street got a better house than you? Or I oftentimes tell you guys about, when you finally get $5 million in savings, and then you go to a party, one of your colleagues, and then you meet somebody who has 20 million in savings. Okay, now you have a reason to keep playing the game again, right? I gotta have what that person has now. But you're not satisfied with the 5 million in savings? Why you gotta have more? You already got everything. Man, oh man, guys. But just to see if I can wrap this up, I hope the game ends soon, because like I said, the Pizza Hut is gone, Popeyes, Wendy's, all that shit is gone. I've read plenty of comments on YouTube about how everything was good in the 90s. Everything. Sports was good. Fast food was good. Once that's gone, I don't have a reason to be playing the game no more. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Y'all can, keep making YouTube videos, what we all doing, and keep running our mouths. I guess I like showing and prove to you guys how intelligent I actually am compared to what people may or may not say about me. I guess I'm in the game for that right now, you could say. I'm not going to pretend like I'm just totally, I guess I still have something to prove. All these lies spread about me. And I can't meet one person out here that has the intellectual depth in my own personal reality other than somebody on a computer screen. Damn, But like I said, guys, I hope the game ends soon. Popeyes ain't the same. They ain't fooling nobody. KFC ain't the same either. So, yeah. And then I saw they got them some new drink, some new alcoholic beverage. That's I think one of the balls or advertising or something. Like, how the hell is an NBA player advertising like alcoholic drink? The game, it needs to end soon. I think y'all can agree with me. It's getting old. It's getting tired. It's the same old people coming around saying the same old things. Then you have the person who's coming around trying to be a psychologist, and this person is helping everybody out who's going through their problems, and because they got to have a reason to be breathing, right? Oh, okay. So now you're going to be a person who's helping people with their alleged issues. That's a game. Right? With a smile on their face. That's a game. See, that's a game. But I guess that's good though. At least, I mean, if you feel like you're contributing by being a psychologist to people, hey, so be it. Whatever makes people happy, right? All this energy, guys, and I guess we're all just trying to figure out what to do with it. That's why money exists and stuff like this. But I'm just glad that I know what I know now with the status that I'm at now. Because like I said, if you don't get this shit right, before God grants you with the blessings, it's only going to get worse, man. There are plenty unhappy rich folks out here, and like I always tell y'all, I guarantee you, I have not done any studies, I have not read any books, but I guarantee you there's more people who rich who want to commit suicide than so-called poor people. So what is that telling you, you know? So anyway, y'all, I think I about said enough. Under my Muslim name here, it says soon the game is going to end. Well, I hope freaking so.